Coco Gauff's sly Alexandra Eala Australian Open move could spell trouble for Olga Danilovic. Coco Gauff has kicked off her 2026 Australian Open campaign in fine fashion with a convincing opening round win. The American is feeling confident moving forward, especially with what she calls a key advantage she has picked up thanks to Alexandra Eala. Gauff is aiming for her third Grand Slam title and her first in Melbourne, and the opening hurdle in that quest was Kamila Rakimova. The American faced the Uzbekistani on Monday, January 19th, and came through comfortably with a 6-2, 6-3 win. She will next face Olga Danilovic, who knocked out Venus Williams in the opening round, and she's approaching the matchup with confidence. Speaking in her on-court interview, Coco Gauff said that having practiced with lefty Alexandra Eala should help her adjust well to Danilovic's game, who is also a lefty. "I did practice with Alex Eala earlier. Hopefully, that practice will help me in tomorrow's match playing with a lefty," Gauff said. "There's not many on tour, but like you said, Olga is a great player. She has beat some top players, especially at this tournament, so it's going to be a tough match, but I am looking forward to it." Gauff and Eala share a strong camaraderie. Their bond began last year when they decided to debut as a doubles pair at the Italian Open, after the Filipina reached out to the American with a message on Instagram. Coco Gauff vows to stay proud of herself despite Australian Open 2026 outcome. After her first-round win against Kamila Rakimova at the 2026 Australian Open, Coco Gauff spoke with compatriot Coco Vandeweghe and shared her approach to the match. She explained that she drew lessons from her past first-round matches and focused on not putting too much pressure on herself. "I think, well, I lost a couple first rounds before. I've always been able to pick it up. I try not to put so much pressure on myself at the first round. I think at this point I just want to win the tournament. Whether I win first round or in the finals, I don't think I'll be as satisfied. So until then, I'm okay." The third seed then revealed that, while winning is the only truly satisfying result for her, she's also okay if she doesn't come out on top. She would be proud of the effort she put in, no matter the outcome. "I said in my press conference that winning is the only satisfying result. But that doesn't mean I'm not proud of myself throughout the tournament. I think I'll only be satisfied if I win. But I'm also proud of myself regardless of how I do in the tournament," Coco Gauff said. Tennis fire on the hard courts. Why Gauff and Eala's moves spell trouble for Danilovic at the Australian Open. By the time the sun dips behind Melbourne Park's iconic skyline, the 2026 Australian Open will have already begun reshaping women's tennis narratives. It's a tournament that invariably writes its own drama, sudden upsets, breakout runs, unexpected dream matches, and this year, the storyline stitching the early rounds together centers on three compelling protagonists: Coco Gauff, Alexandra, Alex Eala, and Olga Danilovic. The drama is not just about who wins or loses, it's about style, momentum, matchups, tactical intrigue, and psychological edge. And right now, the moves by Gauff and Eala could set traps, shift expectations, and place fresh pressure on Danilovic's path through Melbourne. Glowing star Coco Gauff, rewriting expectations in Melbourne. Coco Gauff's 2026 Australian Open campaign got off to a convincing start. The American star, seeded number 3, demolished Kamila Rakimova in straight sets, a 6-2, 6-3 victory that highlighted her aggressive ground strokes and exceptional court coverage. Yet beneath the scoreline lies a more nuanced story. Gauff struggled with her serve early, committing several double faults and still having work to do on that shot, a component fundamental to Grand Slam success. Despite that, her baseline game remains formidable. Superior defense and footwork, which allows her to extend rallies. Varied shot selection, making her unpredictable. Aggressive return games, especially against opponents with weaker serves. These traits matter because Gauff isn't just winning, she's testing herself and reshaping her tactical identity. With 2 Grand Slam titles already, she knows Melbourne is one crown still missing on her resume. Her goal isn't just to progress, it's to demand respect and raise the bar each match she plays. This kind of intention becomes a psychological build-up, not only for her opponents, but for players watching from the other side of the draw like Olga Danilovic. Fire Alexandra Eala, the rising threat. While Gauff's journey is about established greatness seeking completion, Alexandra Eala's story is about arrival. At just 20 years old, Eala has already begun to disturb the expected order on tour. Her breakthrough at the 2025 Miami Open, where she defeated multiple elite players, including former world number 1 Iga Swiatek, showed she's not intimidated by big stages. Now in Melbourne, Eala is making her first main draw Australian Open appearance, drawing plenty of attention not just from Filipinos and Southeast Asian fans, but from the broader tennis world. Her run here matters for several reasons. 1. She competes with fearlessness. Eala's style, intelligent, left-handed, aggressive but composed, disrupts patterns. Lefties in tennis carry tactical intrigue because they change angles and spin rhythms that opponents don't see every day. That makes planning against her more complex. 2. She arrives with momentum. Eala didn't just enter, she's prepared. Her warm-up performances, including wins over players like Dana Vekic in Adelaide exhibitions, signal readiness for a deep run. 3. Underestimated on the big stage. Beyond her Miami exploits, Eala has a growing track record of rising when the spotlight is brightest. That's a dangerous profile in slams, where pressure creates cracks in expectations. If she continues her momentum, Eala could become a player others have to prepare specifically for, which brings us to someone who already has Danilovic's attention. Cyclone Olga Danilovic, gifted, but under pressure. At the 2026 Australian Open, Danilovic already delivered one of the first round's standout results, coming back from a 4-0 deficit in the deciding set to knock out Venus Williams, the 45-year-old legend making a rare return. That's a testament to Danilovic's resilience and sporting grit. But as the draw tightens and matchups become more tactical, her path suddenly looks turbulent. Here's the rub. 1. Danilovic's upcoming second-round opponent is Coco Gauff. Their styles contrast sharply. Gauff's speed, tactical variation, and counterpunching, even amid serving imperfections, can frustrate opponents who rely on rhythm and depth. She adapts, digests pace, and rewards overextension. Against Danilovic, a quality left-hander but someone still seeking consistent results at slams, this presents a strategic challenge. 2. The psychological challenge of high stakes. For Danilovic, beating Venus was huge. But then facing a top-tier elite player on form, with both tactical nuance and strong fan backing, is another leap altogether. If Gauff plays with the intense focus she displayed against Rakimova, combined with the hunger to secure a missing title, Danilovic will have to elevate her game beyond her emotional comeback strengths.